Do you and your patient struggle with adhering to a fluid restriction? We've all struggled to help our patients adhere to their fluid restrictions. Sometimes this disconnect is between the patient and the staff members as to what it is we're even tracking. Sometimes it's between staff members as to how we're tracking it. But have no fear, because we've come up with a solution. The new fluid tracking tool is here to help us strengthen this communication. So to start things off, let's go ahead and put a positive spin on things. Let's get rid of the word restriction.
All right, Miss Flaren, we're putting you on a 2-liter fluid restriction today.
But I'm so thirsty!
That's how it's gotta be.
Oh,
2 liters, nothing more.
No!
Instead, let's put a positive spin on things. We're going to start saying, let's track our fluids together today. And to do that, we're going to use this inpatient measurement chart here. This will help standardize the communication between the patient and the staff as to what is being measured, as well as help between staff communication as to how things are being measured. Please enjoy the following video as to how we can use this fluid measurement chart.
Hi, Miss Flaren. We're gonna track your fluids together today. How does that sound to you?
Sounds okay, but how are we gonna do that?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. So we have these new tools for you to try to help. The first one here is a list of the different fluids that you might be drinking here at the hospital. So it shows you like the ginger ale and the cranberry juice and the water measurements.
Okay.
And with this one, you can write out how much each of them had in them to help you add up your fluids for the day.
Oh.
Would you like to pick out what you'd like for breakfast?
Yeah, can I please have a cranberry juice and a small cup of ice?
Yeah, I'll bring that right to you.
Okay, thank you.
Now that the patient knows what it is that they're drinking, we want them to know how it is that we're tracking it as well. So we've created this nifty tracker sheet right here. After the patient has finished drinking their fluid, we want them to physically track it themselves so that they can get in the practice of doing this later when they leave the hospital as well. This will also help the nurse or the tech be on the same page as the patient by tracking the same amount of fluid that's on this tracker into the chart as well.
All right, Miss Flaren, so here's a cranberry juice and your small cup of ice.
Oh.
Now let's add it up to see how much is in here.
Small cup of ice is 120, this says, and then a cranberry juice is 122, so 240 together.
Exactly. So when you finish these, we can write out on here together how much you drink.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right, I'm back, Miss Flaren. Oh,
I'm all done, so I think I can write down 240, right?
you're exactly right.
Okay.
Very good. And I'll write down the same amount in the computer. That way we're all on the same page.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, great.
How can we ensure that this fluid tracking tool will be a success? We have to use it. Together, staff and patient, we can work together as a team to better improve the practices of fluid adherence.